Hi everyone. So another little short video for you. Hopefully it's going to give you a lot of insight. So I want to talk about defense mechanisms, and we have a lot of them. So what we are going to do is we're going to be talking about a variety of them over the next few weeks, and play this game with me and see which ones are the ones that you are doing. Right. So I want to start with something that's very, very general out there. It's a lot of people do this, and that is overanalyzing. And if you are overanalyzing, there's a few things that we do. The first is we keep on going over and over and over in our mind about the problem. And we will keep on talking about the problem over and over and over. It will become eventually our only conversation, but we stop having other kinds of communication. It becomes all about this problem. We make this problem so important to us that we don't see anything else. We can't see the solution. We can't see our part. We only have a problem that we keep on overanalyzing. Now, it's counterproductive because, like I said, you don't focus on what it is that you can do. You don't realize that you maybe have a part in it, and like we always have a part in it. There's no such thing as there's one person only who's causing something. So because we then overanalyze and we focus on the problem, we can't get out of it and we get stuck. So the overanalyzing makes us feel as if we have a handle on it. It makes us feel that we can control it. If we can analyze it until we have a name for it, we've decided who's guilty, how that person should be behaving, what should not be happening, and the steps in which it should be happening so that we can be fine with it. So we go through all those steps. We spend so much time parking it in these little block boxes where we feel safe, that we don't look at what we can do differently. If we are in the same situation over and over and over, we are a constant. And then it is us that we have to look at. What is it that we're not asking for? Where do we have wishful thinking? What is it that we don't have a know about? What is our style of communication? Are we parenting somebody? Are we keeping somebody's responsibilities from them? Are we harsh or rejecting in the way that we speak? Are we controlling? Do we withdraw a lot? Do we punish a lot? So we do all of these things, and we're not even aware of it. We don't even turn around for 1 minute and consider that maybe if I'm speaking in a parent voice, somebody switched off listening. Maybe I'm telling somebody what to do all the time, and they are in rebel mode, and they're just never going to pay attention to me, and there's no ways that I'm going to get what I really need because I don't know how to speak to another adult. I don't know how to speak to people, but I have this wishful thinking and this overanalyzing mind, and therefore I assume that it has to work out that way. So what we have to remember is that we form these habits during childhood because of things that are outside of our control. We start to over-control stuff. But we also form very definitive ideas. We become very black and white. We become very attached to our thoughts and how we believe things should run. If we formed beliefs during trauma, and that can happen in adulthood too. So it can happen any time in your life. If you have learned something during trauma, you are going to want to believe it because during trauma, nobody's head's working. You're just in survival mode. And the survival becomes more important than having a logical solution for anything. So whether you are coming from a decision that you have made when you were very small, way too small, to commit to yourself to something for the rest of your life. Nobody should commit to something for the rest of their life based on a decision of a 7-year-old. It just doesn't make sense. If you logically think about it, it doesn't make sense. And how do you know which is it? How do you know if you have a valid belief system? If you say, this is just me, I've always done this, this is just who I am, I I can remember as long as I think back that this is what I do. Yeah, you're going to do it because you believe in it. But if you have that attitude, you have that black and white attitude, if you are that unteachable, unavailable to learn new stuff, you're going to stay stuck. And that's a pity because there's just so much more that you can learn so that you can become easy in your own skin and people around you can be easier around you and people want to spend more time with you. And also you get your wants and needs met because you learn how to communicate better with people. So if you have been believing something for the longest time, ask yourself, how old was I when I made that decision? And then open the door, open the possibility that maybe this over analyzing, this putting stuff in boxes, deciding how it should be, maybe it's based on a decision that I made way, way, way too young. Muffin sit still. Right, no such thing as muffin sitting still. Until muffin is happy. If muffin is happy, muffins will sit still. Okay, so overanalyzing as a defense mechanism. Um, and it is a defense mechanism because we believe it keeps us from harm because we figured out exactly what the other people around us should be doing. And therefore, we are very attached to that belief. Does it work? No. And if we spend so much time regurgitating the same stuff over and over, and if we are so fixated on being right about our belief system, we don't leave any room whatsoever for different beliefs, for new insights, for easier way of doing things. This is how it must be. End of the story. It's a pity. So when we become teachable, amazing things happen in our life. And I want that for you. All right, so if anybody's watching, please give me a heart or a like there so I know you're watching. And it's early today. I actually remembered quite early that I'm supposed to be doing my weekend tiny seeds. So if you watch this afterwards, then please leave comments or send me a message. I will come back to you. You could also tell me what you want to hear next, what is an interesting conversation for you, but we are going to do a little bit more of defense mechanisms next week. I'm going to try and talk about something that's really important, which is denial. We hear so often you're in denial about something. So that's going to be a good one. And on Tuesday, I have a special guest. My guest on Tuesday is Afi, and we are going to talk about something that we've touched on about, in conversations with Antoinette, we've been talking about it a lot, about how we become challenged in our relationships, but we also become healed in our relationships because it affords us a lot of living. So I'm going to have a conversation with Afi Moore-Roberts on Wednesday, and I hope you're going to join us for that. That's going to be really good. Everybody who knows Afi, you don't want to miss this. It's an amazing conversation. How our relationships are our biggest teacher, but also the opportunity that we have for healing in relationships, whether they are bad or good. We have enormous opportunity for healing in the relationships. All right, so hi, thank you for that heart. I like that. I like talking. Whenever I'm talking to somebody. Okay, anybody wants to leave comments, I will come back to you. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Wait, let me go see if there's a comment. Let me see. Now I need to get my glasses. Muffin, sit still. Hi, Alex. Nice to see you. Okay. Right. And off I go until Wednesday. Remember, you don't want to miss Wednesday. You really want to be there. Okay.